Hey there, welcome to our handwriting homework help video. Today we're going to talk about what handwriting homework is going to look like throughout all of your learners' time in MLI. It's going to be a little bit different in the beginning as we're in books 1 through 3 and we're learning the new letters. Then it will change a little bit when they get a little bit older or they move further along in the program. They know more cursive letters and we're going to move into sentences. We'll talk about what all of that means. But right now, I just kind of want to overall talk about handwriting. Handwriting is an opportunity for homework for us to reinforce what we've learned in class. It's an opportunity to confirm misunderstandings. It's also an opportunity to share with you what we've learned today. Handwriting can be so tough. It is a lot on our little fingers. They tend to hold their pencils so tight. It's an opportunity just to quickly reinforce. I do not foresee handwriting homework taking more than 2 to 3 minutes. Of course, if you would like extra practice, by all means, but the minimum is just 2 to 3 minutes. If you find that your learner is getting frustrated at any point, stop. Just do those 2 minutes, put it away. We'll try it again tomorrow. A little bit every day helps us to build our stamina, helps us to help our fingers and hands get stronger. That's all we're trying to do here. So that being said, let's talk about what the homework looks like. This page right here is for learners in levels 1 to 3 of our program. Everybody starts in the same place, so everybody will start with this as we're learning our cursive letters. This page is how we introduce the new letter. Today, this learner learned the letter I. You can see that the I is in print at the top of the page in lowercase and then in cursive. These 4 areas right here are multisensory linkages, and then they've done some handwriting practice in class. Sometimes they will have done this section, sometimes they will have not. What I would like you to do for homework is to do this section down at the bottom. If you have both of these, you can do both of these. To help you out as a parent, the strokes for each cursive letter are up here. Feel free to utilize those strokes to say them along with your learner or for you to just say them while your learner writes the letter. In class, our procedures are to name and write. I will often say name and write. They start on the baseline, name the letter I, pull up, go to the top line. To help you out understanding the way that our lines work, this is the baseline, our 2 midlines, the top line, midline down here, and a bottom line. All cursive lowercase letters start on this baseline, so your learner always learns to start with their pencil on the baseline as we're learning these letters. Now, I would like you to have them make 5 copies of the letter. You can have them say name and write I, and they just say I, name and write, swing up, stop, pull straight down, release, dot. They can say it with you, they cannot, but just make 5 copies. Then I would like your learner to circle their favorite one. We do this in class often, as you can see up in the section above. I would circle this one for me. This prompts you to have a discussion. Well, why did you pick that letter? I picked that letter because for this one went above the midline. It had a gap in the middle. This one's kind of wonky. And this one's just really straight. It looks a lot like the model. It starts on the baseline. It releases on the baseline. It dots. It's my favorite. It helps promote conversation. So now you're done with homework. It literally probably took 45 seconds to do 5 I's. You are done at this point. Now, if your learner is in levels 3 through 7, homework might look a little bit different. You're going to get a page like this. If you were in our class last year, you've seen this before. So at this point, all the learners have been introduced to the lowercase letters, and we are working on capitals and sentences. This section right here is for Monday. You have another for Tuesday, and on the back we'll have Wednesday, Thursday, and then extra practice for Friday if you would like. What we're working on here is the automaticity of our letter shapes, of our capital letters, and really focusing on not picking up our pencil until we're at the end of the word. So on Monday, what I would have my learners do is copy the sentence. Keep in mind they might not be able to read all of these words, but they can surely copy it. I encourage you to read the sentence with them first and then have them say the word as they're writing it. For instance, they would say, whales have blowholes. Just like that. In class, we say that a sentence is a group of words that begins with a capital letter, ends with a punctuation mark, it has a subject and a predicate, and forms a complete thought. Making sure here that they truly are realizing capital W, punctuation mark. Some of the sentences might have some commas, some exclamation points, other punctuation marks. Note that with your learner. Do you have to every night? Of course not, but it's just another opportunity to build conversation about sentence structure, about vocabulary, about punctuation, about cursive. It's a wonderful opportunity for learning. Some learners might not know all the cursive capital letters. I encourage them to try and copy some of them. If there's some really wonky ones that are hard, just tell them to try their best. Noticing here too that unlike the page before where we had multiple lines, on this page we only have 3 lines. We are slowly transitioning them to learn how to work on paper that is unlined. And that's why the lines are slowly moving away. It's a guide. All right, so you would just do 1 sentence, 2 sentences, 3 sentences, and then you're done. Again, if they do not finish that in 2 to 3 minutes, if they want to finish, great. If not, if it's a struggle, stop. On Tuesday, you will not go back. Just go to the next day and do those. We're trying to build their stamina. We're trying to teach them that it's okay to not be perfect in the beginning. It's okay to be learning. It's a process. It also helps me to see where they're at. If I think they're finishing every night, I don't know whether it's taking 15 minutes or it's taking an hour. So I'd really like you to kind of stick at that time. That being said, of course, if you want more practice, it's always great. If they want to, fantastic. I'm uploading some resources for you as parents on my website. The website is linked from our Cottonwood Creek website, and there's a student section. The password is COLT, C-O-L-T. To get there, you'll have things like this. When you do your cursive lowercase letters, there's 4 approach strokes. As I said before, all lowercase letters start on this baseline. Our first approach stroke is swing up, stop. Looks like you're on a swing, you just swing up. All of these letters on this page will start with that verbiage, swing up, stop. So this will help guide you with those letters. If your learner has moved on and they don't have that page with the strokes at the top of it, our next approach stroke is push up and over down. Again, starting on the baseline, it's like you're pushing someone straight up over a fence, up and over down. And again, they all start on this page with that verbiage. Our third approach stroke is curve under, over, stop. We tell the kids it's kind of like riding a skateboard, going over a hill. You go under and then back up, under, over, stop. Again, starting on the baseline. Again, same thing. And our final approach stroke is curve way up, loop left. Starting on the baseline, curve way up, loop left. And again, same verbiage starting all of them. Feel free to print these pages out. Another quick review for you is on this page. It has all of the cursive lowercase organized by approach stroke. I've also included a page with all of the capital letters with the strokes. Capital letters are a little different. Some start a little below the top line. Some start on the baseline. Some start on the baseline but go backwards. They all start a little bit of a different way. Some start exactly on the top line. I encourage you to look at the little arrow and work with your learner. They all start on that dot and then move in the direction of the arrow. The final pages that I've uploaded for you on the website are some handwriting practice pages. If your learner wants some more practice, if you want to have some more practice, if you want to work on it with them, by all means, I encourage you to print out extra pages and do all the practice that you would like. Please feel free to send any work that you do to school. I would love to celebrate their extra efforts together with them in the classroom. So if you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, I just want to reiterate, this is not something that we're forcing. This is something that's an opportunity for extra practice. If you get to it every day, awesome. The more, the better, of course. But if you don't, we totally understand. We know it's tough. It's hard for these learners with handwriting sometimes, but we're just trying to ease them in to build their stamina, to allow opportunities for them to share with you at home what they've learned during that day. Thank you so much for watching our video.